Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Em, a lover of all things planning and stationery, and today I'm sharing with you my May Hobonichi cousin flip, just to see how I use the monthly, weekly and daily pages this month. First up, my monthly page, which is a kind of, it's not quite gratitude log, but it's basically where I put something good that happened that day. It might be gratitude, it might just be a highlight of the day. It's also a place where I try and use up a lot of my stickers, so I have all of my samplers here. I'll look through this before looking through kind of my main sticker stash, just try and get those used up, and it also means that I've got a bit of variance in terms of the different stickers that are on this page. So another great month, aside from the weather, which was trash here in the UK, and I really noticed kind of my productivity, and you can kind of see it in the habit tracker. Just kind of my will some days was gone. The rainier it was, the worse I felt. But yeah, so that's the start with my monthly. And then in terms of the weeklies, so if you saw my flip through in April, you'll know that I actually kind of didn't always use my weeklies in April. I did largely go back to the weeklies in May. I did start off with kind of my traditional way of planning, so categorised tasks at the bottom and then daily events and tasks at the top. As you can see, I kind of started moving this kind of break in the page further down because I found that actually I don't need necessarily all of this space, so it started getting a little bit further down and continued there, and I think this is probably kind of the sweet spot in terms of splitting daily event and to-dos. And because the UK is opening up more and more, I am seeing that I've got more to do, so I'm filling out these chunks a lot better, whereas when we were kind of pretty much locked down, there wasn't much going on in my day, so it made more sense to kind of have it half and half. Now it's a little bit more 70-30. This week I just felt like having a really sticker heavy week, so I cracked out one of the deluxe kits from the shop, and yeah, went sticker mad and really liked it. I do like planning in this way every so often just to make a change, and particularly when I've got kind of events and stuff going on, I quite like planning in this way. So this week I didn't do huge amounts for kind of the shop and the blog and things like that, so it made more sense to kind of plan, I guess, traditionally in that way. Now in this week, the final week of May, I don't know why, but I decided to plan in my weeks. So this has been my kind of health and fitness planner all year, and most of last year as well, last year's version. But I just decided, because I had a busy week coming up and I didn't have lots of time to set up the week, I thought, do you know what, I'm gonna crack out the week, set it up, just use the pen and a little bit of stickers, not much, and I really loved it. I just loved how neat it was, I loved how organised it felt, and it really worked for me. As I kind of go out and about a bit more, like I say, as the UK is opening up, it works really well because I can put this in my Anne pouch, my Hobonichi Anne pouch. I will leave links to kind of where I talk about the setup for that if you're interested. I think I've done a video, but if not, there's definitely a blog post. But yeah, it just means that I can kind of carry this around in that and feel organised on the go, rather than having to either have a separate planner, which is what I tried to do this year and it hasn't really worked. So yeah, I am now kind of in this for the time being. I will be filming a video this week just on the setup of it, because I've done kind of a whole big setup piece on it to kind of get it working for me. But yeah, really loved kind of planning in that way. Very unlike me. Next up is my daily pages, and if you saw my April flip you will have already seen this page, but this is something that I started in May as a bit of a trial, and I'm kind of calling it my monthly dashboard. So what I did is at the start of the month I kind of did a bit of a brain dump of everything that I ideally wanted to get done, or kind of random tasks that have been kind of sat in my brain for a while and just wanted to get them out and in some sort of kind of brain dump inbox type thing, categorised by to do, to buy, to go / contact, and then any shop things. So that includes YouTube and blog, so anything I want to write, film, release, anything like that all goes in here. And it's just a great way of kind of having everything in my brain on paper rather than easily forgotten about, but also it means that when I'm planning my week I can just kind of refer to this page, and then if I know I've got some spare time I can just kind of chip away at the things on here. Not all of this is kind of time sensitive, so if I didn't get it done in May, which you can see that I didn't, it's not the end of the world. I've just transferred them over into June's. Really liked this and kind of how it worked for me this month, so I'll probably continue it for the foreseeable. These are just some stickers that I got in a pre-order of a sweatshirt, so had to go in the planner. A picture that a friend sent from a wedding that I went to a few years ago. I've covered up my friend's face just in case he doesn't want to be on YouTube. Planning page for the Summer Blooms month of kits that I recently released. So I do themed kits every month. You get 1 monthly kit and then 4 weeklies, either for the weeks or the cousin. The current one is the Summer Blooms kit. I will leave a link just in case you want to check that out. On this day, I finally hit my final goal weight. So in terms of weight loss, I don't want to lose any more now, really. It's more about kind of toning. Toning isn't a thing, really. If you talk to any personal trainer, they'll be horrified at use of the word toning, but I just kind of want to up my muscle now and not concentrate on weight loss. So yeah, had to take a screenshot and print that out and put that in there on that day. This day was the day that you could finally eat inside in the UK in restaurants, so obviously had to go out for an amazing 3-course meal to celebrate. I was so full, I don't think I've been that full in a really long time. This is a screenshot from a VR game that I'm playing that is absolutely terrifying. You don't realise how immersive VR is until you're playing it and until there's aliens literally coming for you. A meme that I really liked, which is me. I still play really old games maxed out on my ridiculously powerful rig. This is just some pictures of my new work laptop that arrived at my new employer, which I'm really excited to. I mean, I'm excited to start the job, but I'm also excited for that laptop. Daily page, my first daily page in May. Packing list for when I went away overnight. And that is it. So yeah, as you can see, didn't use my daily pages a whole heap this month. May was a really weird month, like I said. It's the weather was absolutely awful, and I always know that when the weather is bad, my productivity and my enthusiasm and my energy just goes down. So yeah, I didn't do huge amounts in terms of shop and blog and things like that, but then also because the world was starting to open up, I was doing a lot more social things. So I started going back to yoga and climbing and things like that. So yeah, it was just a perfect storm for me not doing a huge amount of planning. But you know, I'm not one of those people that hates having empty pages. It's fine. I might go back and fill it in with some pictures if there's any on my camera roll that needs to be printed out, but by and large, if it's empty, it's fine. I don't mind. From June onwards, I might be sticking with the weeks. I mean, I've been in for the first 2 weeks so far, and we'll see how that goes. So yeah, there may or may not be a flip in June. I guess it depends on how much I actually use this. You may just get a flip of my weeks instead. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do have any questions, please drop them in the comments. I'm more than happy to chat to you guys about planning. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already.